Multi-word verbs. Multi-word verbs are verbs that consist of more than one word. They are of three types. Prepositional verbs. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal prepositional verbs. Sometimes, the term phrasal verb is used to refer to all three types. In this lesson, we will look at each multi-word verb in detail. What are multi-word verbs? Multi-word verbs are made up of a verb and a particle. Words that we employ as prepositions or adverbs are known as particles. Let's understand this concept with the help of some examples. Give. Into. Come. On. Look. Away. Take. Over. Bring. To. Put. Up. Let's combine a verb with a particle to make a multi-word verb. Give means transfer the possession of something to someone else. For example, I would give him anything he wanted. Up means towards a higher place or position. For example, he went up the stairs. However, when we put these two words together to make a multi-verb word, it creates a completely different meaning. For example, he wants to give up smoking. In this sentence, give up means to stop or quit. As we can see, give up is a multi-verb word we have created by placing a verb and a particle together. Neither give nor up have the same meaning when they are used on their own. Prepositional verbs. A prepositional verb is a multi-word verb made up of a verb and a preposition. Some key factors that make up multi-word verb prepositional verbs. They must have a direct object. They are transitive because they have a direct object. The main verb and preposition are inseparable. That is, the object must go after the preposition. Structure of prepositional verbs. Main verb plus preposition plus direct object. Examples of prepositional verbs. Here are some examples of prepositional verbs. I sailed through my speaking test. Where sailed is the main verb, and through is the preposition. He can't do without his car. Where do is the main verb, and without is the preposition. She really gets into her music. Where gets is the main verb and into is the preposition. Prepositional verbs are transitive, hence they can usually be turned from active into passive voice. Check out the example below. The burglars broke into their house. Active voice. Their house was broken into by burglars. Passive voice. Phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is a multi-word verb, made up of a verb and an adverb. There are two types of phrasal verbs. Type 1, no object, intransitive, that is, they don't take an object. Type 2, object, transitive and separable, that is, they need an object, and this can go between the verb and particle. Structure 1 of phrasal verbs is main verb plus adverb. Structure 2 of phrasal verbs is main verb plus direct object plus adverb or main verb plus adverb plus direct object. Examples of phrasal verbs. Here are some examples of Type 1 phrasal verbs. The plane took off late. Where took is the main verb and off is the adverb. She got up before him. Where got is the main verb and up is the adverb. The film came out in 1975. Where came is the main verb and out is the adverb. Here are some examples of Type 2 phrasal verbs. I can put your friend up for the weekend. Where put is the main verb and your friend is the direct object and up is the adverb. She brought up many issues at the meeting. Where brought is the main verb and up is the adverb and many issues is the direct object. Phrasal, prepositional verbs. The key distinguishing factors of phrasal, prepositional verbs are: they take an object. Transitive. They have two particles. The particles are inseparable. Structure of phrasal, prepositional verbs is main verb plus particle plus particle. As you can see, in a phrasal, prepositional verb, the verb and the first element, a particle, constitute a phrasal verb, followed by a particle. Examples of phrasal, prepositional verbs. Here are some examples of phrasal, prepositional verbs. I look up to my uncle. Where look is the main verb, up is the particle, and to is the particle. You must get on with your work. Where get is the main verb, on is the particle, and with is the particle. Let's catch up with John next week. Where catch is the main verb, up is the particle, and with is the particle. Thank you.